Hello friends, a lot of you are there who wants to use Stable Diffusion or who wants to get into creating AI images for free. Now Midjourney has a subscription system, the minimum of which is $10 a month. Now some of you are unable to or don't want to pay that amount and rather want to use image generation in your own computer for free using Stable Diffusion. So today I have a version of Stable Diffusion which is obviously free. Of course it's free because it's Stable Diffusion, but it's also feature rich in certain ways and it's very easy to use and very easy to set up. All you need to do is go to their website and download the Windows installer if you have a Windows machine, and it will automatically install everything that you need to do. You don't have to install anything separately. You don't have to install Git or Python or anything like that separately. It will handle everything for you, and within an hour or so, or if you have a very fast internet, then maybe it can be done within half an hour. It will set everything up for you, and it will give you, or it will take you to the prompt, or it will take you to the interface immediately using your browser. So I have some installation screens for you, and finally I'm going to show you the interface. So let's go to the interface. So this is the web interface of Easy Diffusion version 2. So as you can see, it does one thing really great, and that is it creates great looking images without any of the complexities of automatic 1111. In that respect, you might think that it doesn't have many features, but it is unmatched in terms of speed. So I'm going to now render an image. I'm going to create an image, which is very easy. You put your prompt here, or you can actually load your prompt from a file. So if you have multiple prompts in a file, you can just write them down, and then you can load from it. So it will save you a lot of time. And of course, you have the negative prompt. And you can also do image to image, which I'll show later, but I'm just going to do prompt, and I'm going to come out with an image. But before I do that, I want to show you some of the additional things that you have, which is very well laid out. You have the basic image settings, how many images do you want to create, what model do you want to choose, and from the drop down you can choose any of the models that you have in the model directory. You can choose VAEs if you have many VAEs, and you can choose different solvers. It has many solvers, so you can select the one which works the best for you, and you can change your image size from here. It has all of the various sizes that you can imagine, and then of course the usual inference steps, the guidance scale, etc. is all there. You can change the hyper network from here. As you can see, I have a few hyper networks copied in the directory, appropriate directory, so I can choose from there as well. And finally, in the render settings, I can automatically fix incorrect faces. It has built-in GFGAN, and also I have image scaling. I'm just going to render one here, and then I'm going to go you and show you some of the more details options are here. One of the best thing that I like is that if you're a beginner and if you don't have a lot of ideas on what kind of images you want to generate, then this is for you, because it contains image modifiers, image styles. So if you want to create a face, you can select from here. Let's say you want a sketch type of face, so you can add it and it will actually get added to your image modifier. And then if you want something more, if you want to make it more complex, and if you want to describe your image in great detail, then you can actually add a lot more modifiers. So do you want it to be an anime style? Let's say I want it to be an anime style image. And do you want it to be impressionistic? Okay, you can do all of these things. Do you want it to be like a mosaic? You can do all of those things. Okay, do you want it to be watercolor? So you have all of these options. You have various kind of camera lenses and camera angles that you can choose. So that kind of leaves the guess out from your prompt crafting, and you can craft your prompt by following all of these examples. Like, for example, what kind of artist influence do you want in your image? So ArtStation and all of these other artists are all there. You can just take a look at the various images and have an idea that what kind of styles are going to be added to your image. So just going to perhaps select this, an extreme example, and I'm going to go and craft another image. Okay, so I'm just going to make it very simple. I'm going to say beautiful woman, and then it's going to modify this prompt with all of these settings. So let's make that image, and let's see how these modifiers actually change my prompt. So it's pretty fast. As you can see, I have a 3060 Ti, but if you have a higher GPU, then it will be even faster. I feel that it's as fast as automatic 1111, and the makers of this interface says that it is as fast as automatic 1111. But in my system, I feel that it is faster than automatic 1111. So as you can see, it has incorporated some of the ideas that we wanted to include. But let's say that I don't want to include some of this. So this is good for me because I want to try experimenting. So let's say that I don't want it to be impressionistic and I don't want it to be a sketch type. Okay, I want it to be, and I don't want it to be a watercolor. So I want an image of a beautiful woman with these three modifiers. So what do we get here? So let's try this. So let it create the image. In the meantime, we'll look at some of the other features. You can actually merge models here, which is, I think, a big addition to the newer version of Easy Diffusion. You did not have it previously. And the great part about this merge model is that you can actually make multiple variations at a fly. So in automatic 1111, you have to merge again and again and again. But in Easy Diffusion, you can select the models. You can select, let's say, this model, and you can select another model, and you can set an output file name, and you can set the output file format, and you can say how many variations do you want and what will be the various increments. If I want 5 models of each step of 10%, so it will actually give you 5 variations in one go. Okay, so if you want, let's say, 8 variations, so it will give you 8 different variations, each at 10%, which means that in one go you can create all of these files, you can create all of these models, and you can actually test them to see which one do you like the best. So in my opinion, this is a better solution than automatic 1111 solution because it saves a lot of time and lets you do very good experimentation while merging different models. Okay, now, so let's talk about one of the main reason why I really like this interface is because it lets me ramp up one prompt after another. So let's say I want to create an image. So I want to, so I have several prompts that I want to try, but I don't really want to wait for one of the renderings to finish. So I'll just, let's say, paste this and make an image, and then I'll just get my second idea and again paste and again just copy it here and then enqueue it, and then if I have a third idea, I will again just paste it here and enqueue them, and then you can and as you can see, all of these prompts are actually enqueued. So after this finishes, the UI will actually finish this and the UI will finish this. So that way I can spend more time in creating prompts instead of having to look at the screen all the time and waiting for it to be finished. So as you can see, this one is almost finished, and as soon as it is finished, it will go to the next one, and then it will go to the next one. Okay, while waiting, let's just go to the other reason why I really love this. I'm going to just show it to you now. That is, if you are it's finished, and then as soon as it's finished, it's going to actually my next one, and now just processing the next prompt. Now, as I was saying, one of the other great things I really love about this is that you can actually run this UI in your mobile phone if you are for some reason away from your computer. So you can run this model, you can run this UI in your computer, and then if it's in a Wi-Fi network, if you have a Wi-Fi network, which I think everyone has, then you can just access this UI from your mobile phone through this computer, and then you can keep prompting it. So you're not really tied to your desk if you want to do prompting, or if you're working on something, you can just work on some other things that you're doing. Maybe you're cooking, maybe you're cleaning, I don't know what you're doing. But if you have a mobile phone with you, and if you're in the same network, same Wi-Fi network, then you can actually continue to give it prompts after prompts, and then it will keep on generating without spending any idle time here. So I'll show you how you can do that. So look at the bottom, it gives you a server address. So this is the server address. If you enter this, or if you enter this, in your mobile phone, you can easily access the UI. I'll just show it to you now. So as you can see, it has in the meantime done rendering with all of the prompts, and it was doing this while I was busy with something else, while I was busy showing you the other aspects of this user interface. Now let's just go and show you the mobile interface, which is more or less the same. So guys, you can see I have the same interface in my mobile phone. So you can actually enter prompt. The default prompt is already there, and I can actually make the image from my mobile phone. So let's make the image. So it's actually going to make the image. So it has started making the image. It is processing. So you can see my GPU is actually processing. So it's processing here. It might take some time, to transfer the data and then get the image processed. And as you can see, you can actually do all of the stuff that you wanted to do from here. You have all of these image settings and everything. So there you go. The image created in only 8 seconds from my mobile phone. So if you have a lot of work to do, but you still want to create your images, but you don't have access to your computer right away because you're working somewhere else, you can actually use this interface, the Easy Diffusion, and create images right from your mobile phone, but at the speed of your GPU or your computer. So that's a very big advantage, for which I use this really simple and really easy to use Easy Diffusion. So friends, I hope you like my video. So I've showed you today one of the easiest and most user-friendly ways of getting into Stable Diffusion. It's an interface that have a lot of advantages and some disadvantages. It doesn't have the features of Automatic 1111, but they're slowly updating and upgrading and adding features as time is going by. So it will definitely become a full-featured interface one day. But for now, if you're a beginner and if you want to use a simple interface, and if you want to just focus on creating images without any of these other things that are coming along, then this is the one for you. Unfortunately, it does not have ControlNet installed yet. You cannot use ControlNet yet, but I'm sure they're going to add this feature very soon. So if you like this video, then please support me by subscribing to my channel. So hope to see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.